Yeah, last time I checked no water. 목이 좀 건조 칼칼. Yeah, 날씨가 갈수록 hotter. 산책을 갔는데 바람이 살살. 얼굴에 향기를 풀어 like baby I think I'm addicted to you.
I do have a question. I have advice I'd like to ask from you. Because I'll be talking about the album. I feel like the question is always like, what inspired it? What inspires you? Like, what do you wish people asked when asking about your album? Like, what's like the best thing to get? You know, you talking about what you actually care about with it.
I mean, I guess it's kind of basic, but like, what inspires you? But for me, there is no like direct inspiration. It's kind of I'm year long not in a great mind state, so I guess that kind of just piles up, and then once one mind state kind of consolidates, you can kind of feel it in the music and the tracks, and that just naturally becomes an album for me.
I get you.
And then when I transition into another, like a state of mind or viewpoint, you can tell my music changes as well. And then that becomes another like mini project, double single album, you know, what it is, but yeah, man.
That's beautiful. No, that's a really pure way to do it, you know? Like, do you know much about Rick Rubin? Do you ever read any of his stuff? No. It's okay if you don't. He inspires me a lot. Something he talks about is like creating and creation. It's more about putting yourself in a state of mind where creation is inevitable.
Yeah.
Right? And that's kind of reminded me of how you're talking about it. It's just, when you're in a certain state or in a certain zone, like it's just gonna come out of you.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
And we were having a conversation earlier about it, and I like how you were saying it, to where it's like, you know, all of these things that are maybe negative or like negative state of minds or whatever, you kind of flip it.
Yeah.
And you turn it into fuel, and that is where your art comes from.
100%.
You know, with this album, did you have like a specific one that you're kind of like working through?
Yeah. I mean, so my now ex was, we dated for a long time, and she was, so I moved here from New York like 2 years ago, but we met in New York, and then she was like my biggest supporter or whatnot. But then I think post-reflection, I think work always came first for me. Yeah. And I think a lot of that inspired me to make this album as well, just to be honest with myself and my thoughts. And half the tracks that are contained in the album were made during our relationship. But then post-relationship, you can actually hear me like thinking the thoughts that I couldn't say out loud to her in the tracks that I made during the relationship.
Okay.
So in a way, the things that I couldn't like verbalize, they were already in my tracks, and I guess that came to life and we had to end it. But yeah. And then half the tracks was after, kind of trying to process things. Yeah. Also like kind of a mind state of, I guess I wasn't ready. Yeah. Talking about like marriage and all that, but I feel like for me, I already gave up too much to be here, right?
Right.
I came from like a not so great environment, you know, like gang activities. I was working part-time jobs, and now I finally achieved my dream of having to be an artist full-time, being able to eat and live off of being an artist.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of what drove me to keep work first, because I can't afford to lose what I've gained so far, right? I have a label now, you know, I have somewhat of an income. you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's why my album, this album's called tentatively it's called No Way Home. Yeah. Yeah, because I've came so far, but you know, I don't think there's way back no more. Yeah. It's only forward.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes all of you, man. I mean, especially what you're talking about. Like, I've had this moment. So I got laid off like 2 years ago. I had a tech job.
Yeah.
Everything I did, I was kind of just funding myself. But I was starting, you know, the creative agency, now what we do with the magazine.
Yeah.
And there's something about when this is like really how we make our fucking living.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like it's not, you know, this is how we survive.
Yeah.
You know, it takes all of you.
Yeah.
And I feel like to kind of like break through like a certain ceiling with your like your art or the lifestyle, dude, you have to like 150% commit.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of like artists nowadays treat it more as a hobby. Yeah. And I feel like I'm all for like having fun and, you know, enjoying your art as well, because that's how authenticity comes out.
Totally.
But at the same time, if you don't treat it like a 9 to 5, and then you don't keep that consistency, I think that's how most artists tend to fall off, both economically and like mindset wise.
Totally.
No, I mean, I see my job as a fun 9 to 5 kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 24/7. It's a lifestyle. You know,
not 9 to 5. 24 is fucking 24.
Bro, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
part
yeah,
of
yeah,
you.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I
100%.
can see what you're saying. Like, if you have a relationship that, you know, putting into it maybe takes away from that, like, it disrespects both, man. You know, it's like you want, like, the relationship needs what it needs, but also like your craft, like your art form, label, like people, you know, you probably also support people, have people rely on you, that when you win, your relationship has to talk to that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, at the time, I thought I was giving 100%.
Yeah.
But then, I guess looking back now, it's more, damn, did I really give 100%?
Right.
Yeah, I think music was always just, it's kind of like if you have a pet, right? And you grew up with that dog, but then someone else comes into your life. The dog was there for you through thick and thin for most of your life, right? And something else comes in, the dog's still gonna be more important to you in a sense, right?
Yeah, I get you.
I don't know if that's wrong, but
No,
that's
man.
kind of how I feel. I think at the end of the day, it was only nothing's forever, but I guess my craft is, you know, this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a part of you, you know. I like what you were saying too, like, I mean, you said halfway through the album you're starting to process and say things that you didn't even say out loud. Did that come first when you were making it, or did you kind of realize it like almost mid producing and creating, like, oh shit, I think maybe like I'm not all the way in this relationship or whatever. You know what I mean? Like literally, what was the inception of the?
I didn't know, so I was pretty broken after the breakup because I thought I was like 200% into the relationship, and I thought I was putting my partner first. Like when I write my music, I never write my lyrics, so I always punch in bar by bar. So I guess that's where the authenticity comes in.
Right.
I just spit whatever I'm feeling.
Wow.
At the time, and then listening to it now just because the album's coming out soon, I play it a lot, and then thinking about the tracks that I made during that time, I'm like, damn, I mean, this shit really came to life. Like, yeah. In a bad way, this shit really came to life. Like,
I get you. Yeah, you lived it in real time. I mean, it sounds like this album, it's like, fuck, it sounds like a journal, like journal entries almost, you know? Like as you're living them, you're putting it out. It's not like you sat there and kind of polished the good parts. It seems like this is in real time, kind of like a window what you're going through.
I think all my projects have been like that too. My album last year was mainly about my transition from New York to Korea, the cultural changes and like kind of like the different emotions that I went through during that time. I mean, it's the same things. Like I guess, like I said, my projects are based around different emotional mind states that I'm in, and they just kind of naturally come out. I'm not like, oh, it's album mode, I'm gonna put together like these type of songs and then make an album. It's more like it naturally comes out just because of the emotional state that I'm in.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. I mean, like you said, now you have like infinite feel. Because there's some people that they need this like perfectly polished thing to create, and then they don't create often. You know what I mean? Like they'll do it once and then they're gone. Whatever. For you, it's just how you are. You know, it's a part of your process.
Yeah, man.
I like how you're talking about too, and you like even how you're understanding the album. Because so I started as like a painter.
Yeah.
So I also just went in with just like, I just have colors I fucking like, dude. You know, and like a general vibe. Yeah, you get me. So I just show up and I'm like, okay, I like this color. I usually have like a playlist I'm gonna listen to.
Okay.
And I have some shit I'm going through. So usually when I'm painting, I'm not like, I'm gonna make a piece about my dad. You know, like I don't do that. I just go make the thing, and then seeing it back. For you, it's probably hearing it back.
Right.
That's how I get to like kind of talk to myself a little bit, you know, because art it's like this language. I mean, there's only so many words for like emotions that you can express, you know, and even though you're using words, it's the symphony of it, you know. It's also like producing the beat. It's also like, you know, writing the full like narrative of what's going on by the end of your bars. So it's cool. You almost like kind of black out, you know, and like just do the thing, look back at it, and that kind of helps you understand your emotion. You know what I mean? It's like artist therapy.
Yeah, I mean,
how
like,
you get through shit.
like you said, like not to be like a narcissist, right? But I don't listen to a lot of different music. Like people ask me like what artists inspire me. I just kind of do my own thing, and like when I need comfort, I listen to my own music because, like I said, it's shit that I can't say verbally to other people or to myself, right? So when I listen to that, I'm like, okay, this is what I was feeling. This is what I'm thinking. Like, so I feel not narcissist.
No, totally.
That's
No, I mean,
pretty clear.
no, totally. I understand that because I'll listen to like my own interviews back because again, when I'm in it, I'm like, I don't know, I'm like tapped into something else. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then, but there's something about in the state of creation that like I'm addicted. I want to be in that state of being.
True.
And there's something about listening back to yourself doing something incredible, or at least something that feels really authentic to you.
Yeah.
That feels nice because it kind of reminds you like, oh fuck yeah, like that's who I am. You know, it's a reminder of who you are. Like yeah, that's what I am. That's who I am. You know what I mean? Yeah, this album sounds. I mean, it sounds like a sensitive time, man. You know, thanks for talking about it even.
Yeah, of course. It's a fucked timeline, but you know we made it happen. Yeah.
Totally. I mean, so it comes out next week. Do you get nervous before a release, or are you just kind of like, fuck it, they're gonna think when they're
No,
gonna?
I mean, I've been nonstop for a few years now, so it's just kind of like it is what it is. I don't really expect too much out of anything. It's just putting my work out there, and I mean, it's very cliche, but like leaving a legacy. You know, after I'm dead, so people know my story, at least.
Yeah.
At least my music's there. You know, so that's most of what I do it for. I mean, there's not much more to say. It's not very deep for me. Yeah, it's just about kind of being able to say things that I can't say.
Yeah.
As well as also celebrating the times that I do enjoy.
Right.
Yeah, it's all just emotional shit, man.
No, I hear you, bro. Yeah. Was it always like that, or did you kind of have to learn to be this way? You know what I'm saying?
I was always a very emotional like kid. Yeah. Like I would always get like if me and the gang were just like fucking like joking around and shit, I would always be the one who'd be like butthurt about shit, be like, man, what the fuck, like, and be like thinking about on the way home, like, what the fuck, bro, like,
Damn, bro.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
just sensitive against it.
Yeah. I was like, damn, bro, but I've always been like an emotional kid. Like, I remember times when I was younger, there was like nothing going on. I remember when I was like six years old or something. There was no at that point there was no trauma in my life. Obviously, if you're 6 years old, you have trauma. Something's fucked up. But when I was 6 years old, you know, nothing wrong. I would like look out the window and I would like act sad. I'd be like, damn, bro. I try to like be like a melodrama type shit.
Yeah, I get you.
I was always an emotional kid, man.
I did that too. I don't know what music video it is. Same thing. I'm 6 years old. I was in the backyard and I was like lip singing a sad song with a garden hose going, and I was like letting it. Bro, I don't know why fuck I did that. But for some reason, I was always really attracted to just like, I don't know, like raw emotion. You know, just like something sad. I think there was like something comforting about like, I don't know. There's just an honesty in it.
Yeah, you know, I always did music, but I mean, I grew up playing like Korean shit. I grew up playing piano. I did some like a little bit of violin type shit, a little bit of ukulele, you know, some here and there. But I always loved I just loved music in a sense. So when I was stressed, most kids be like, oh, I don't want to practice piano, ooh, but then I'd actually play so I could like kind of let that emotion out. And I guess that was my outlet before I got into rapping and doing music.
You always had like a creative expression.
I think so. Yeah. Without knowing, I guess. Yeah.
What's it been like now that you've been here 2 years in Korea?
Man.
Wicked? Is it like, has this, you know?
2 years. 20. So I came here from New York. So they casted me for a show called Rap Public. It was like an audition rap kind of show in June of 2024. And I thought I would only be here for like 2 months. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna go out there, get eliminated, be back. So I left my apartment in New York, was still paying rent. But then I ended up winning that show. But then also going into debt because I was still paying rent from my New York apartment. So a lot of that shit happened. Financially wise, I was fucked. I think emotionally as well, I was fucked because I'm not used to Korean culture in a sense because my whole life I was born and raised in the States.
Yeah.
So when I came here, there was a lot of getting used to like, I guess, the social norms, the way people like perceive you, and then even if like you do feel like close, a lot of the shit that happens in Korea, it does tend to be business related. So it's hard to tell like who's like who's a homie, who's not.
Damn.
In New York, they'd be like, if I don't fuck with you, like I'd be like, man, like you know what I'm saying? Like they'd be like, man, but then here they'd be like, yeah, what's up, like type shit, and they go home and they're fuck him, man, like type shit. So I don't really have a lot of homies here. I have like maybe like 1 or 2 people I talk to on daily, but other than that, I mean, Korea has great food. Korea has great food.
No, endorse it.
Korea has great food. I mean, I think it is universal though. Wherever you go, there's gonna be new cultural norms, new things to get used to. I think I'm still in the process though, because I do get homesick a lot. Yeah. But the transition is still going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, man, thanks for your time. I mean, there's clearly like such a drive. I mean, you seem like someone that like, I don't know, you couldn't hide from who you are even if you tried, you know, like clearly there's like something that you just have to like fucking do. You know what I mean? I mean, even moving here, that was like risking it all in a way. You know what I mean? Like you really bet on yourself.
True. I mean, man, I tried hard who I was, because when I was in New York, I'd like smoke my fucking mind away, bro. I'd be like gone all the time. But then it is illegal here in Korea, so I don't smoke no more. But instead, I just do take prescriptions instead. Just give me a level.
Yeah.
But man, at the end of the day, man, like who you are is always gonna come out. You can't really change who you are in the innermost way, right? And I've come to accept that, so it's cool. You know?
Totally. You know, there's people out there. There'll be people listening to this one that like have a hard time with that. You know, I was one of these people where there's like a voice in you calling and it wants something.
Yeah.
And for some reason, one way or another, you're like told not to trust it, you know, and not to whatever. And it's this process. Like for me, art was the process of learning that voice over and over again, training it, trusting it.
Right.
And now I trust it more than anyone else's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, it was a process. It sounds like you went through a similar one. You know, like what is your advice for people that are kind of struggling being themselves, like chasing shit the way that you have?
Being yourself, I mean, it's just like fuck them.
Mm.
I mean that's honestly at the end of the day, I think there was a point where I just hit my limit of like mask on, mask off type shit. So I mean, to a certain extent, fuck them. Don't go up in a social like event and be like, hey, fuck y'all, like what the fuck is y'all? It's more like fuck them in your mind, like. Like whatever they say, don't let it like phase you. You know, you know who you are, so like, just do you, man. I don't really got too much advice about that. It's just fuck them, do what you do.
Totally.
Keep your head down. Don't fuck with no weird bitches. You know what I'm saying?
All right, fuck yeah, thanks, bro. Yeah, any last thoughts you want on this? Otherwise, I don't know. I've loved, and this is exactly the kind of stuff we love on the show. Just like pure open, and like thanks for being open, man.
Nah, man. I mean, we do art because we love it, right? I'm grateful for the position that I'm in. Always a blessing. But as emotional beings as we are, I feel like we do have to keep our mental health in check. So I mean, as blessed as we are, let's keep it healthy. No drugs. I think just be thankful, right? Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay. Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Rap. No drugs.
No drugs.